everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar as we learn new information about sustainability in the floriculture industry. It's a big topic, so we're going to spend about 30 minutes, and who better to spend it with than the managing director of Flora Verde, who is Martha Lucia Mendez, and has had her position for, I think, 6 or 7 months now. And we have not met yet, so it'll be really interesting to have a conversation with her and get to know her. As I'm sure you guys watching this, you'll get to know her as well. And I want to thank Christina Uracochia from ProFlora, Soco Florist. You guys know, most of you know her. She hooked us up and introduced us, so I want to thank Christina as well. And before we talk about sustainability, I want to mention, don't forget ProFlora is next year, 2023, October 4th through the 7th. And they're going to be celebrating their 30th anniversary. So you guys who go to ProFlora every other year, we missed it the last time. So I hope you'll join me and many others here in the United States and really support it, because next year is going to be a huge year. So we want to make sure we all here in the United States come and really support the industry, and we know how important it is to us. So with that, we want to talk about Flora Verde, and we're going to talk about, of course, they just celebrated their 25th anniversary. So I was surprised to read that. I would have thought maybe 15 years or so, but when I read 25 years, I was really surprised. And just to give you guys a background, Flora Verde right now has 4,000 hectares, or approximately 107 farms that are Flora Verde certified in Colombia and also Ecuador. And that equals about 54% of the Colombian Ecuadorian farms. And they also, this was interesting, talk about water and sustainability, which I couldn't believe. Now, many of us have visited the farms and we've seen how they recycle water, but I read that 50% of the water used on these certified farms come from rainwater harvesting. So I'm real interested in that. We've seen the reservoirs there on the farms. Most of the biggies are Flora Verde certified, and we've seen that. So I think that's a great thing. I had no idea it was 50% that large. And there's a 90% reduced use of the most dangerous pesticides now in both the cultivation and the flower care. So these are big deals, big numbers, and Flora Verde just celebrated 25 years of really helping us help our farms achieve such a big accomplishment. And this is getting more and more and more important as we go. So I'm honored really to welcome Martha to this webinar. And first of all, Martha, could you introduce yourself, and what did you do before this, and what brought you to Flora Verde?
So first of all, thank you very much, Cindy, for inviting us. Actually, I'm talking on behalf of Soco Florist and also on behalf of Flora Verde Sustainable Flowers. I'm Marta Lucia Mendez, as you said, Managing Director from Flora Verde Sustainable Flowers. I joined to Flora Verde Sustainable Flowers as manager in November 2021. With actually a big challenge to recover, or not only recover, actually to gain more and more recognition for our brand, our seal, our label, basically Flora Verde Sustainable Flowers. Actually, my task and my challenge since November 2021 is basically related to give a brand awareness to our certification. Our certification actually was created 25 years ago as a code of conduct in 1996, actually led by the market. Actually, the market was the one leading all the requirements that were the beginning of Flora Verde Sustainable Flowers. At that time, we were attending many markets, such as North American markets, mainly the markets concentrated in the United States, also some European markets, and also some Asian markets. Our flower production and also our sustainability requirements all the time has been actually pushed by the market in terms of sustainability. So that's why when I joined to Florverde Sustainable Flowers last year, the aim with my hiring was basically give more commercial, or not commercial, mainly more marketing, and also to strengthen our seal awareness among the users. I came from certification industry. I used to work with SES, the certification company, with headquarters in Switzerland, in Geneva, Switzerland. I was working there for almost 10 years, dealing with the most important accounts in terms of foods and agriculture for Latin America. So I have a very wide knowledge in terms of certification, especially in sustainability markets. Topics such as carbon, such as mitigation, such as climate change, topics such as water management, and also water footprint are things that I used to manage, and I used to work with the clients in terms of consultancy sometimes, or in terms of certification. But it is mainly my background. I'm food engineer with profundization in agriculture and also food. And I have a specialization in agribusiness as food and well from Buenos Aires, Argentina University. And also I have an MBA from Los Andes University here in Colombia. So that's why actually So-Called Flowers decided to give me this possibility and the challenge to increase our brand awareness in terms of Florverde Sustainable Flowers. This is my main task currently.
And I can tell you from our perspective, the name, the brand Florverde is very well known here. But tell me this, how does Florverde and Isoko Florist work together? Because you see usually both names together, and I know you work closely together, but what's that relationship like? How do you work together?
Actually, even Florverde, it is an independent certification. Is mainly correlated with the So-Called Flowers, because many of the flower growers are part of So-Called Flowers as an association as well. And Florverde Sustainable Flowers all the time has been helping them to achieve their sustainability goals in terms of how to protect the resources, the human resources, and also the environmental resources as well. And the main relationship is basically the initial cell, or maybe if I can describe it better, the initial point from Florverde was basically the need that came mainly from the flower growers to increase or to increase the level of sustainability in their flowers 20 or 30 years ago when Florverde was created. So they helped to form, to give the form, and also to give clarity to the current version that Florverde is. They basically created or built all the requirements, along with the technical experts and also some people involved, just in order to guarantee that the target markets could be okay with all the requirements and compliance that Florverde give to the flower growers. So mainly our relationship currently is the president is part of the council of our council internally in terms of governance. but we are an independent statement. So that means we are working alone because we are able to certify some other flower growers located in other countries, but all the time our certification is being guided by the reality, by the needs, and also but the insights coming from the flower growers in Colombia and some other countries, but mainly in Colombia, because we are one of the most important producers around the world, actually. This is mainly our relationship. Yes. We started as part of Bicycle Flowers, but nowadays we are an independent system and a statement. Yeah.
I didn't know that. And I think I read recently that Flora Verde has joined forces with Floriculture. Exactly. Is that, I do my homework. I think that's brand new information. Great news. I mean, I think your brand is very stellar and very well recognized, at least here, and I'm sure other places. Can you tell us about that? I think it's brand new. And how are you going to approach that group and work together?
So yeah, the last year during November, December, we actually signed an agreement with Floriculture, just in order to extend our certification in Ecuador, using the checklist from Floriculture. Floriculture is a very good standard as well. But they were missing some specific matters. So we actually put together some forces just in order to create an extra module that Floriculture users must follow, just in order to be certified in Floriculture and also Flor Verde at the same time. This is really amazing because some flower growers were actually interested to have Flor Verde as well, because Flor Verde is, as you said, is very well recognized in the market. And this is what is happening now with this agreement, because we have a mutual recognition with Floriculture, using just one extra module that all the suppliers from Ecuador must be followed and comply 100%. And this is going to be actually creating a mutual recognition that at the end is going to give to the supplier or the flower grower two certificates, one certificate for Ecuador and one certificate for Flor Verde Sustainable Flowers, with just one audit. So they with this process, they are saving money because they are having two different seals, two different labels in just one audit, two different certification, just increasing one checklist, one additional checklist and module that must be followed by the suppliers or by the flower growers.
Amazing. Can't wait. Tell me this, how long does it take? So when you go to a brand new farm who's interested in being certified, about how long does that process take? So they get a checklist, and then I would assume some are better than others. So they go through the checklist, and then do they get inspected and certified? How long does that process take about?
You know, as we are a third-party recognized certification, fully accredited in ISO 17065 for product certification. So all the certification users from Flor Verde Sustainable Flowers must be follow a process with a certification body. The certification body is the one defining the times that must be followed at the farm. By every farm has a different audit time according to the number of hectares that will be certified, because our certification is fully concentrated in the number of hectares that located in the farm. Every farm must be certified. Actually, if you are a company that has many farms, for example, 17 farms, every farm must be follow a certification process. The certification process, in an average, maybe we can talk about 2 days or as much 3 days of certification of audit. During this audit time, all the farms that want to be certified, it must be passed by some requirements, requirements that are stated in a checklist, and the checklist must be followed during the whole process. During this process are evaluated requirements in terms of social responsibility, according to the local law as well, and according to some ILO conventions, labor rights requirements, and some other requirements regarding to environmental matters. Some environmental matters concentrated in carbon footprint, in water management, in soil protection, also in biodiversity, and also landscape protection, in use of pesticides, chemical products, and some other important things that a farm must be approved before being awarded with a certificate in Florida Sustainable Flowers.
And how long is the checklist? Is it pages upon pages, or?
The checklist is composed by 14 chapters,
Okay.
evaluated under 219 requirements. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So that's not insignificant. That's a big
No.
deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And every company who is interested to be certified under Florida Sustainable Flowers definitely would be protected in terms of social compliance and also environmental compliance. You will be safe, and also your company is going to be safe in terms of protection of environmental resources, and also protecting your people, because we have very strong requirements regarding labor rights, and also some other interesting matters we are actually guaranteed with the certified farms.
Oh, that's a good point you bring up. Talk about the people part of Flora Verde, because I think that's not very often spoken of. I mean, you think about the water and the property and the pesticides, but you bring up a good point that I don't know much about the people. And give me some examples of that certification. That's important, I think.
Yeah, actually we have 3 chapters related to caring the people. We have 1 chapter related to labor rights, when we are fully aligned to the local regulations as well. And also we are fully aligned with ILO conventions, with the International Organization of Labor. Also, we are fully aligned with the policy in terms of women rights, also in terms of labor rights, in terms of protecting the people regarding health and safety measures to avoid any accident. We are guaranteed that people is receiving actually fair payment for their services. Actually, they are we are assuring that the living wage is being respected according to the law, and also they are being and also we are actually assuring through Florida Sustainable Flowers that the people is being hired under the law. That means that the people is being hired with a contract, with a term that you'll duly define, and also regarding the law, just in order to guarantee that the people is actually working in the best conditions to protect their lives and also their families. And we have also requirements in terms of welfare. We are guaranteed benefits for the people, for example, transportation, extra bonuses for the work. Actually, we are promoting things such as how to buy a house, or we are supporting people to buy a house, and guarantee that in the farms they are actually promoting this kind of practices. So the certification, the standard is considering many things related to the people, regarding to the inclusion, and also in terms of protecting the rights of the people, especially women, because we are a sector fully led by women, and also we are guaranteed their rights in terms of protecting the family and protecting also them from different levels of work and this kind of things. Yeah.
And that's only going to make the industry stronger and stronger because, you know, mother
Exactly.
works there and daughter works there and son, and it's going to keep the industry going unless mother doesn't get treated well, and then the kids are going to go elsewhere. And so I think these practices really help us solidify what we love so much about the flowers that we ship here in the US. And it's up to us also as well to support your organization and others that really help us solidify not only today, but the future.
Exactly. Yeah, we are actually taking care of our women because they are the main part. They have actually the biggest presence from human resources in the farms. So that's why it's really important to protect them because they are the workforce in the farms. They are the main actor in the farms because they are taking care of our beautiful flowers.
Mm-hmm. And tell me this, so you came on board roughly 6 months ago. You know, the pandemic well, the virus is still here. The pandemic, I think, is softening a bit. We have a lot of people vaccinated. Did you have to get involved in the vaccination of the employees at the farm? Was that part of anything Flora Verde did? And my second question is, how did that slow your organization down in getting out there and getting people certified? How did the pandemic affect Flora Verde?
Actually, during the pandemic, I was not yet part of Floriculture Sustainable Flowers, but I'm completely actually convinced that Azul Flores and at the same time Flor Verde promoted all the time the vaccination processes. Actually, I know that Azul Flores helped to the flower farms and the companies to promote the vaccination processes, and also they help to buy vaccines and to promote the vaccination between people, just in order to assure that the sector was completely covered against coronavirus. Yeah, actually, it was something that Azul Flores actually helped a lot with promoting programs, actually working hand in hand with the people, just in order to assure their health and also their families' health, just in order to guarantee a safe place to work, because otherwise couldn't be possible to send all the flowers that were sent during the pandemic. Yeah, it was something that it was really important. It was actually really fast because every company acquired an amount of vaccines just in order to guarantee all the people was completely vaccinated, and all the people, especially working in the farms, was completely vaccinated. Yeah, and also Azul Flores, it helped a lot with the programs, just in order to promote just to assure the people was vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Yeah.
Well, and now here in the United States, our sales are up double digit. And our suppliers are doing well as well, our importers that bring product in. And, you know, you think, where would we be if this pandemic continued and we didn't nip it in the bud, so to speak? Where would we be? And, you know, we've really bounced back here in the United States greatly because there weren't big hiccups there, and because the supply kept going and going. And that's not an easy matter. Like we were saying before our webinar started, you know, you've got folks that live on the farms, or they not on the flower farms, but they live out in the country. You know, some of these folks don't have easy access to vaccines, communication, education, and all that. So the fact that it's been managed as well as it has, and now as we're coming out of it, the industry, at least here in the United States, is up double digit. 20%, 25% increase in sales, it really goes to show that both of us working together on getting through it and getting past it is really working. And of course, the customers are back buying flowers, which is good for all of us.
Yeah, actually, you know, Cindy, one of the key of success that actually was intervened directly by ethical florists was the level of commitment from ethical florists with the flower growers. Actually, the flower and also the level of commitment from the flower growers with their personal, with their working people at the farms. Actually, for every farmer, for every flower farm, every person, every people that is part of the farm is very special, and that's why for us the people is our main asset, because they are the biggest part of the organization, and at the end they were the ones who could who helped to achieve the level of sales and also the level of production that was handled during the pandemic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we
Definitely,
were
they
still
were
going
the
through
key.
holidays and even online, you know, even online flower purchasing. So it didn't really slow down. When it slowed down in store, the online kicked up. So the supply from a Soko florist really needed to stay as strong or even greater than it was before. And that's no easy task during a pandemic. And I hope next year at Pro Flora, there should be a celebration on that. I really think, you know, something should be done to celebrate the fact that that organization and yours, but Soko Florist, how well they did to support us here in the United States and our business and your employees there through the pandemic. And I mean, I would love to hear exactly what steps were taken. It was no easy task, I'm sure. And look at now, you know, we're all successful now in lieu of the pandemic. And who would have thought in our lifetime we would have seen something like that? I never would have thought it.
Yeah, actually, ethical florist is working actually with a link with the government and also with so many institutions, just to make that everything is working very well. Actually, at the alignment level, and actually the one created and managed by our president, Augusto Solano,
Yes.
is amazing.
Mhm.
He is a person who has linked with everybody, who is helping a lot to the flower farmers, and that's why they are really confident with the Soko florist. They are really confident that being part of our association, they are gaining a lot of things, and one of the biggest things is actually credibility, actually a very supportive and quick answer in front of many issues that could be represent logistics, sustainability, and also quality problems and some other things that we have to face every day.
Mhm.
Actually, we are the ones who help to the flower growers to be successful and actually to face this kind of situations very successfully.
Definitely. So if a buyer here, how do they know they're getting a Flora Verde product? So I know I've seen boxes labeled. I know the answer to this, I think myself, but for new folks who may be watching and say they want to support Flora Verde products, how do they know here in the United States it's from a certified farm?
Actually, we have started since I think February, March, campaigns in our LinkedIn site and also our web page, just to promote our sales. Actually, if a supplier wants to know who is certified, is really easy. They have to visit our website, and there they can check all the factories and all the factories, no, all the companies that currently are certified under for Verde Sustainable Flowers, and also they will find as well all the distributors and wholesalers who are using our brand just in order to certify our flowers are actually going to the final clients with a sustainability promise. They can find there in our website all the information related to the certificate farm, mainly here in Colombia and also in Ecuador.
And for those who don't know, who's watching this webinar, the website is florverde.org, O-R-G,
Exactly.
FLORVERDE.org. And that's where you'll see all the certifications. I looked at the website. It's an awesome website, also full of a lot of great information. And how can we, last question, how can we in the floral industry on the retail side or wholesalers or whoever here in the United States, what could we best do to help with the efforts of Flora Verde?
Cindy, actually, what we can really appreciate from your side and all the people who knows very well how Flora Verde is acting here and what is the result after being certified by Flora Verde is promoting our brand. Actually, we are doing a job since the beginning of the year and also from previous years with some other persons working here with Flora Verde to promote our seal, our label among the main actors in the retail industry. So this is a work that we are actually doing hand by hand with the commercial people, with distributors, with wholesalers, just in order to make our brands very well recognized. As you said, yeah, Flor Verde is very well known, but we need to increase the level of awareness just in order to achieve our biggest market, that it is supermarkets, because the supermarkets are the ones delivering the final bouquet or the flowers to the client, to the final client. So we are working very hard with them just in order to demonstrate that we are stronger than any other certification in the market, regarding who is any certification that it is contemplated social and environmental matters. And we are actually visiting them and also having interactions with them just in order to increase the use of our label among the retailers, because they are starting to recognize very well our seal. And yes, actually this is our main purpose currently.
And I think the farms want to hear that, how important Flora Verde is and the brand here in the United States as well. They may not hear it as well. So I think anything we could do to help communicate that back, to say, hey, this is very recognized over here. And, you know, we buy a lot of your product, over 70-some%, you know, here in the United States comes exactly from your farms. So I think that's important as well. And I think staying up to speed on what you guys are trying to do also. And we're gonna see what Pro Flora, I'm sure. Probably a booth and walking the trade show.
Yeah, definitely. And we are actually making part of the big events in terms of floral matters. This year, actually, I have been participating in the floral conference from IFPA, from PMA. And also we are actually planning with Christina as well to have a really good and a very good stand in PMA fair, just in order to guarantee visitors and also to increase our level of users, just in order to make Flor Verde a brand more recognized than even it is. So this is our main purpose currently. Start working to communicate our ideas and also our plans for the future, because we are actually working really hard in the future, what is coming in sustainability. As you know, sustainability is changing every day, and also the requirements are being strengthened every day. So we need to be aligned to our to the market and also our stakeholders who are actually giving us credibility and also transparency in the markets. And that's why we need to continue working very well with our certification users, but at the same time with the markets, actually going directly to minimize the gaps in terms of sustainability, and that this is our main purpose currently. Communicate and also showing all our benefits, and also our commitment with the environment and with the people.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Martha Mendez, Managing Director of Flora Verde. Again, the website, do check it out. It's a great website, floraverde.org. And for our viewers, you'll find this webinar and many others and some news articles at floriexpo.com/thecut. So you'll see all kinds of floral information, latest and greatest there. And while you're there, if you're viewing this website, check out the brand new info on Floriexpo 2023, which is going to be held, Martha, open invitation for you guys, going to be held at Fort Lauderdale Convention Center. For those of you who don't know, they're undergoing a $1 billion expansion of the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center. So it won't be like you've seen before. It's going to be actually amazing and beautiful. So we'll see you at Floriexpo 2023. Do go to floriexpo.com and you'll get all the information. And thank you again, Martha, for joining us, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, of course. Come and ask for the next Floriexpo. We will be there. And also, please, all of you who wants to know a little bit more about Flor Verde, just visit our website, as Cindy just recently did. So thank you very much for this opportunity to promote our seal. And anything you may need about Flor Verde, just let me know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I joined the call.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Cindy.